Hi, I'm Dave. Welcome to another gifted tarot card reading. This reading may be for you or maybe for someone that you know. These readings are done with the intention that you will help match the reading to the correct person. The only thing that I'm giving is the person's first name. If someone forwards this reading to you and you identify with the meaning or the feelings of the first card or the problem statement, uh, this reading is most likely for you. Note that all my gifted tarot card readings are summarized and posted on my public readings section of my website so they can easily be shared with your friends so we can find the right person. Thank you for your support. The readings, tarot decks, and web subscriptions that you buy from me support this work. So this particular reading is for a Makayla. If your name is Makayla and you can relate to this problem statement, this reading may be for you. Here we get the Eight of Wands reversed. The Eight of Wands is can be a travel card. In the reverse position, it has a feeling of standing on rough seas, being tossed in circles. So this is uh, generally this would be a solid-footed, uh, being able to make a decision, being able to hit your target from a distance. Um, Type of very solid card. But in the reverse position, it feels like the earth is moving under your feet all the time. It would be the situation where you would feel you'd feel like no matter what you do, you can't get your balance. There's always something going on that throws you off so that you can't even attempt to shoot towards your target. Words that would go with this would be delay, frustration, holding off, activity without intention, uh, challenge, or things are out of control. So, so here, if you feel like things are out of control, let's look into what they might be out of control with regards to. Here it may be what the separation between reality and what's in the mind. So the Nine of Swords card, the feeling that goes with this. Um, this is a feeling, a fear, believing what happens in your head is out of control. So, this card generally comes up in the situations where a problem would be that there are situations in the head that are going on over and over again that aren't necessarily reality, but it feels like they are. And so here, if we look into the words that would go along with this, this is going to be the anxiety card, the anxiety, the despair, the negative thoughts, depression, worry, nightmares. Uh, Basically, it's waking up with your heart racing because your body is reacting to the thoughts that are happening within the mind. So here, if the problem is, for Makayla, if the problem is that you feel completely out of balance because what's happening in your head, you're believing, and it doesn't really relate to what's happening in reality, then this card reading may be for you. What we want to look at here is we're going to draw a couple cards that are going to help Makayla um, find an attribute that she can use as strength. We want to basically say, what can the cards tell Makayla so that when she looks at this particular problem, she can uh, dig up a feeling, dig up a word, dig up something that can give her support, to give her strength, to be able to find a solid footing and a little bit better grasp at what's going on in her head. And that card would be, this is going to be the inverted Ten of Wands. So this here is the Ten of Wands card has a feeling of, it's a feeling that you're doing work that no one really cares about. And so it might be a realization that needs to happen here, that there may be a bunch of things that are going on that nobody really cares about, that you might not have to stress so hard about. So here, avoiding responsibility, obligations, forced to be responsible, controlled by others. So, so here it would be, what can you look at that can help get a better grip of this would be, the Ten of Wands is going to show you that there may be activities going on, if you realize this, that nobody really cares about, nobody's interested in. It's not part of what they want in their life. And so if it turns out that that what you study, what's in your mind, what the reality that you see that's got you off balance, it may be that nobody really cares about this. That if you're out pushing this idea or trying to make people aware of it, they might not be as interested. And let's look and see if there's any confirmation in the cards with regards to that. So let's look and see, how do other people see the situation that you're going through? How do other people see that? Here we get the Page of Coins. The Page of Coins is a feeling card. The feeling that goes with that, the feeling of disgust when you are when a young Republican does the opposite of what he says. So, so this card here would be, it's showing that there's a little bit of political activity behind this. The Page of Coins is when it's kind of like when somebody, if somebody's off balance because they're thinking about one thing, if it's a political situation where nobody really cares about this, the people around you don't really care about this, when you look at it and say, the Page of Coins would be when you look at somebody as being, okay, I've got this great respect for them, I really want them to succeed at what they're doing, and then all of a sudden they turn out to do something completely opposite of what you would expect, and they don't really care. And so let's look and see if there's some words that go with this. Lack of progress, planning, short-term focus, overlooked, remaining on the bottom. I would say that from the point of view that this is a card of how other people see this, maybe they see it as that young Republican who just flip-flops on what he's doing. He's I'll leave it at that. So let's go to a card of advice. What can the cards tell Makayla with regards to this situation and maybe how she can, so this card here was an advice of how she can approach this a little bit better. Let's get an overall feeling. Here we get the Four of Coins. The feeling that goes with the Four of Coins is in the reversed position, is that panicked feeling when you find that you can't breathe. So this would be if there's a panicked feeling that you feel like you can't breathe, then we may have to work on that. Greed, materialism, self-protection. Maybe there's some self-protection that's going on here. So it may be that if there's in the advice position for this particular card, you look at it and say, if you can't breathe, the cards are going to give you the advice saying you need to take a breath here. If you feel like you can't succeed at something, maybe just step back, take a rest for a second, look at it from a little calmer point of view. So you don't have to shoot towards the target. You don't have to bring in 9 swords. Basically, just sit back, see what's happening, take a breath. You don't have to push as hard into the situation. Anyway, if you like this reading, I would greatly appreciate it if you can help me find Makayla for this reading. As with all of them, I sum them up and I put them on my website, so they're easy to share. Anyway, thank you very much.